tanan mga tricycle driver ingon man bao-bao driver karong buntagan nga nag-monitor pinagi sa 104.7 Radio Sakto Pagadian o gimasab sa tuwang official Facebook page o YouTube channel sa Malindang Broadcasting Network. Sa ngalan sa tuwang General Manager Engineer Joey Capasyon, ako inyong temporaryo na makauban karong hapuna. Ako si kamigong Danilo Pilari. O manubantang total sa 5 ang takna sa hapon sa ngalan ni kamigong Aldrin Ilyaman o ni kamigang Wiljen Dohilag. Kamigan kayo na sa sila importanteng gilakaw karong mga orasan. Ako na niyang magkauban karong hapuna. No? Ag siyempre, kaganina mga kamigong ang team sa Malindang Broadcasting Network ni Salmot sa gihimong aktibidad sa TESDA Regional Office 9. Pinagisab silang sa pagdumala ni Regional Director Tarhata Mapandi mga kamigong usa no ang Malindang Broadcasting Network nga nakadawat og award isip Best Media Partner sa TESDA Region 9. Siyempre karong mga oras sa naman tay press conference nga gihimo sab kaganina ato ang ipaabot ganha kaninyo mga kaamigo ang mga importanteng butang nga masabtan masayran mga kamigo labi na ang mga program and services sa Technical Education Skills Development Authority kung TESDA. Kay importante kayo ning mga programa sa TESDA labi na pag-umol pagkabot ang mga skills labi na sa to mga out of school youth nga nanginahanglan og mga skills mga kamigo aron nga matabangan katubang nga way lingaw na pinagi sa test na mga kamigo dako kinig ikatabang no kining programa sa TESDA. Daghang kay mga skills nga ilahang gipang offer ani karong to year 2024 na po sila mga maningkamot no ang TESDA nga ilahaning ma-implement og tarong labi na magkamugna og lain pod nga mga skills nga kinahanglan kayo sa matag lokalidad. No, kay importante na makahamahaom manggod ang skills nga i-offer nga training sa tuwang TESDA ngadto sa tagsa ka mga lokalidad mga kamigo. Panalitan kanang lugar na dunay daghan kay or may kanang wadya kanang panagat no ang panginabuyan sa mga katawhan dinha. Sabay maing tudlo, siyempre tudloan sila pagpanagat. Kining panalitan among area is agricultural area. Bawat pasabot na mga kamigo, tudloan sila sa agrikultura para pod nga ang panginabuyan na mayam gunang mananomtan nga saktog kahibalo. Kabayt ka ng mananom o niya kulang ba sa kahibalo, nga dakog chance sa mga kamigo nga mga failure in town na mga palpak tao mga pananom. So tipik ining og kabahin mga kamigo sa maong hilisgutanan atong ipadungog kaninyo kining press conference pinagisab sa mga kadagkuan sa TESDA dinhi sa Region 9 pinanguluhan ni Regional Director Tarhata Mapandi mga kaamigo. Atong paminawon ang tipik og kabahin sa press conference.
Og dako ang among pasalamat dili lang ang region but apila mga itong mga provincial directors of partners kay daghan na ang atong nahimo last year ug mudaghan pa ni para karong tuig kaya importante gyud nga mahibal-an sa atong mga stakeholders o constituents asa na pod ang direction para ma-engage og sila pod makasuporta sa atong tuig kay daghang kaayo og plano ang atong secretary para mahatag sa atong mga constituents dinhi. Dili lang ta moingon nga ang training naalang ta sa atong mga eskwelahan or naa sa center. Padakuon pa ni, expand pa ni sa atong mga program ni TESDA sa barangay. So nakita naman ninyo katong mga programa nato last year nga naka-align Pero mas mudaghan pa na, ma-concretize na siya. Kay kami tanan din among atuan ng atong mga provincial directors na sad, ang atong mga municipal mayors, ang atong mga industry partners, even ang atong national government agencies, nga tabangan nato ang Tibet sector. Alright? Para dali nato mahimo og daghan pod mahatagan ani atong mga programa ug serbisyo sa atong katawhan. Opening statement kayo.
Okay, ma'am, sa inyo pong explanation kanina sa record nyo po, nakasad po doon na hanggang sa pinaka-liblib, pinakasulok po na lugar sa buong peninsula, buong region. Paano natin malalaman, ma'am, na LGU, sila ba yung re-request o kayo yung magsasagawa ng assessment po sa lugar nyo?
Sa lahat ng programa o proyekto o serbisyo, hindi lang sa iisang institusyon. Bagaman 2, 3, 4, mas maraming nakakaalam, mas maganda para sa ating mga mamamayan. So meron na tayong municipal CITEX. Nakita naman po ninyo yung ating municipality of Bayog na nagbigay ng kanyang saloobin na ang municipality of Bayog ay nakamtan palalo yung iba pang mga far-flung communities nila dahil nga doon sa poverty reduction and livelihood employment cluster na tayo yung sa TESDA ang nag-lead nung nakaraang taon. So ngayon gagawin pa natin yan dahil na-identify na yung ating mga 4th, 5th, and 6th class barangays, kaya magkakaroon tayo sa TESDA sa barangay. Magkakaroon din tayo sa municipal CITEC ng barangay CITEX para mapabilis at makuha talaga kung sino yung mga kasamahan pa natin na hindi pa na bibigyan ng ating event programs o projects and services. So, ganun ang gagawin natin, kasama natin ang ating mga provincial directors para mapaigting pa. So, bakit 2 o 3 o 4? Kasi hindi po pwede isa lang ang may gusto. Dapat kagustuhan din. Hindi lang ng ating liderato, bagaman yung mga tao mismo na baguhin ang katayuan nila sa ngayon. So yun ang ipa-priority pa rin natin dahil co-chair pa rin tayo sa PRLEC. So yung mga far-flung, remotest, disadvantaged, vulnerable areas, pupuntahan yan pa rin ng TESDA. But kailangan ang suporta ng ating mga barangay officials. Dahil nagkaroon na ng election last year, so mga bagong public officials naman sa barangay, ito po yung tugon. At tutugunan po natin sabay-sabay yung ating makakaya doon sa mga issues, concerns, at ninanais ng ating mga constituents.
Good afternoon, Director. Earlier on your accomplishment report, you have underscored that you need that the agency will need to have a continuous engagement with the stakeholders. And I believe that these stakeholders that we have are the TBIs and also the LGU, no?
Yes,
Okay. So, and you have implemented a TVET program, no? Which aim to reduce the unemployment rate. How many TBIs do we have? Do you have any idea, Director? If how many TBIs do we have in 2023? Kung nag-increase na po ang TBI namin ngayon for 2024?
Okay. Actually, yun yung isa na dapat pa natin paramihin. At kailangan din sa pagrami, kailangan tugunan din yung emerging skills and demand ng mga industries at saka micro, small, medium. Alright? Yung sinasabi mo, yes, lumaki. Huwag sana yung mga program na dumami na. Alright? Meron kasing nagpaparehistro pa rin, pero pare-pareho pa rin yung programa. Hindi natutugunan yung pangangailangan ng industriya. Nandito ang ating mga provincial directors. Gusto ko rin marinig ang kanilang mga boses. So kung tumaas na ba tayo ngayon sa Zamboanga del Sur, Ma'am Director, to share it to them. Thank you.
Hello, Idol. Good afternoon to you. Thank you for the question. Actually, in the province of Zamboanga del Sur, there is a really marked increase in our TBIs. Now, right now, we already have 54 TBIs. And there is also an increase in the kind of programs that we have. Now, particularly, we have, for the first time, we have emergency medical services. So, that's very notable because before, meron daw sa Zamboanga City, may assessment center, but I don't know kung meron na bang press registered program. But here, meron din registered program for the province of Zamboanga. So, Supago siya. And then we also have the bamboo, engineered bamboo. As a matter of fact, tomorrow we will be meeting with the central office. I just got the message from our FOCA that tomorrow we will have a meeting so that we can have a nationwide, we call this assessment capability building for assessor, because the UTPRAS, we call it Unified Event Program Registration Accreditation System, has been in place. There is a training regulation for bamboo processing, engineered bamboo and situ, but that has not been rolled out because there was no infrastructure in terms of assessor and assessment center. And we are very proud in Zamboanga, so proud and happy that we already have an assessment center at LGURM Training and Assessment Center. So it is also, actually it's also helped by the Department of Trade and Industry kasi meron siyang shared SSF, yung shared facility. Yun ang ginamit. No? So, it will be very good na kasi we have about 20 workers that we will be assessing for the first time. They will be assessed. And then we will also be propagating assessors. We found out that one of the experts that they had when the training regulation was prepared, it was crafted, was from Iligan, and he was also the one who we got as expert in the accreditation of the assessment center. That's why it's really a very good expansion for Zamboanga del Sur. We are in the process of increasing our agriculture sector qualifications. So, naanay mga programs na gisubmit, ginahanglan nila additional like the GH Aurelius, special mention, no? So we have the GH Aurelius, and we have 2 other private TVIs who will be into the animal production. So far kasi, most of them are on plant, agri-crops, ganong klaseng agriculture na yun, we will go into animal production. So, we are hoping ma-improve pa ang mga qualifications that will be offered in Zamboanga del Sur.
Okay, thank you so
Would you
much.
like to answer?
Yes, with regards to the increased number of program registration. So, I have 2 offices, Zamboanga Sibugay as well as Zamboanga City. Itong dalawa naman na offices, iba-iba naman yung kailangan. Zamboanga Sibugay, more of agri-related program. Kaso lang, when I try to evaluate, review the programs offered, hindi na natutunan ng pansin yung sa aquaculture or sa fishery sector. Wherein, nandun pala yung kailangan. Just recently, we had our PTSDC meeting, and we found out that meron palang talabak culture doon, and grupi or lapu-lapu culture na thriving, and malaki yung market, pero wala palang training provider, and they have the technology na pwede. So, gagawin natin is we have to develop the competitive standard para magawan siya ng training program for talabak culture na not usual. Diba yung natutunan natin ang talabak culture para lagay ng tali tapos nandun lang nakalutang. Pero meron silang garden, talabak culture garden na ginagawa, which is very thriving, malaki yung demand at saka masarap. So these are things na kailangan natin tutunan. Kasi karamihan, sabi nga ni RD, duplication of training provision. So if this is the school opening condition related, wala nang masama, no? Kaso lang, mas marami. It could be competition among TPIs. And hindi natin ma-answer yung pag tingin naman natin sa Zamboanga, iba din yung kailangan doon. Because what we need is yung participation ng mga industries yung mga enterprise doon sa training provision. Kasi they need more workers, kaso lang, yun nga, sabi, TBI are offering non-aligned sa kanilang kailangan. So, hindi man sila pwede mag-offer as a training provider. We can partner. Pwede naman mag-partner tayo ng TBI para we can develop a program addressing the needs of their institution. So, iba-iba po, iba-iba. But we are happy to inform you that the programs are increasing. But we are trying to also advise our existing TBI to para bang balikan nila, is this program still not sustainable? If not, then we can diverse to other programs.
Thank you. Before I will pass this microphone to my fellow media practitioners, RD. Okay, I'm sorry. Sige, Pili Omar.
Hello. For Zamboanga del Norte, we have 46 profile technical vocational institutions with 179 qualifications. At meron tayong 27 assessment centers with 90 qualifications. Doon po sa course offering, we are concentrating on agri-related courses. And then sa bago po yung emerging, meron na po tayong nag-register agro-premiership, National Certificate Level 2. Ito po yung pinadala ng Pilipinas sa Israel. Then pagbalik niya, i-offer na po niya yung ano ang natutunan niya sa agri-related using Israeli technology. Pangalawang emerging is that the Polo School of Fisheries is now implementing bangus fry hatchery, wherein we are going to answer the fingerlings of flies affecting Mindanao. For the information of everyone, ang finger fries po natin ay ini-import natin sa South Cotabato, specifically General Santos. And when we trace, napanood din natin na ang finger fries galing sa General Santos ay imported from Indonesia. So, costly siya. Basta costly siya. So, ngayon, ang ginawa natin sa Dipolog School of Fisheries, nag-partnership tayo with Dapitan City Local Government Units dahil meron silang existing facilities kung saan ang inaalagaan nila ay mother bangus. So, nagbigay po sila sa atin and anytime now, we are expecting to produce around 8 to 10,000 fingerlings per mother bangus, and hopefully we can provide answers to the long-standing problems of fingerling supplies for our agri or fishery farmers in the province of Zamboanga del Norte, much more in the Zamboanga Peninsula. Yun po.
RD Mapanti, we are greatly honored and delighted to know that there is an increase of the number of TVIs due to the implementation of your TV programs in Region 9. Actually, I have prepared 3 questions, but before I will pass the microphone to my fellow media practitioners, please allow me to give my second question. My second question ko, kasi i-present ko kanina RD, yung part of your accomplishment report. We were actually astounded of your, we were amazed on your accomplishment because you presented earlier that there are now about 999,900 plus your target for scholarship programs, but you have attained 11,000. That's more than 111% now, more or less. And I just would like to know, ano po yung kasi nakita ko, how would you keep how would you balance that figure na 9,000 plus, dati mo is 11,000. With in fact, in each program, yung scholarship program, it incurs siya ng corresponding budget. So you have attained 111% something. So we would like to know from you on this.
Number one, we'll give that recognition also and appreciation to our leadership of our secretary. So hard to that PhD. The rest of the teams are national. dahil naglabi talaga po sila. Naglabi po sila doon sa ating mga leaders also, especially in Congress and Senate, to increase the budget. And with that increase also for this year, so 2024, not only we are seeing the regional allocation, but we also have the central allocation. And the allocation also of our congresspersons, senators, and then even yung party list. At the same time, bear also in mind that ang dami nating scholarship program. So meron tayong Training for Work Scholarship Program. There is that RO at CO allocation. Meron din tayong Tulong Trabaho Scholarship Program. Meron din tayong Special Training for Employment Program. Meron din tayong Universal Access to Quality Tertiary Education Scholarship Program, Private Education Student Financial Assistance Program. Meron din tayong Special Partnership with the OTR under the Super Scholarship Program. Meron din tayo sa Philippine Coconut Authority. Ito naman yung ating Coconut Farmers Scholarship Program. Meron din tayo sa Department of Agriculture, ATI, PhilMec. Yun naman yung Rice Competitiveness Enhancement Program. Nagkakaroon tayo ng scholarship program. So yung lahat ng scholarship program na yun, kasama ko ang ating provincial directors, event stakeholders and key players na dapat align doon sa pangangailangan ng ating communities at doon din sa pangangailangan ng industriya para hindi masayang yung binibigay na pondo para sa mamamayan dahil may kaakibat na social at saka economic implication. So lahat ng aming ginagawa actually para mabigyan ng kabuhayan at trabaho yung ating mga kababayan. Meron silang kapital. At yung kapital na yun yung skills, training, competencies earned, at saka yung national certificate na nakuha nila sa test kapag magtapos sila ng training. So, yun po yung gagawin pa natin lalo at alhamdulillah, lumaki po yung allocation na magagaling po sa Training Forward Scholarship Program ng TESDA sa Central. At yung ating pamaraan ay magkakaroon po tayo ng National Qualification Map sa isang taon. Hindi na siya per quarter because sabi sa atin ng ating buting Secretary Suharto Dapiteng Mangunato PhD, kailangan alam na ng ating mga constituents at saka key players para mapaghandaan yung mga trainings na ibibigay at para matrabaho na rin kung sino-sino yung nararapat at karapat-dapat at sino rin yung mga industries na ipapartner. So the more ready we are, better actually to advance the cause and progress and growth of TVET sector in Region 9. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, RD. Kasagaran sa mga problema is katong ginay gusto nga skills kilang paon pero dugay sila makasulod. Tungod kinaghan daw kayo ang naghulat po sa mga batches sa pag-address sa ninyo.
Number one, we're planning to conduct the training fair, the pre-registration. Dahil nga nabanggit natin na alam na natin kung sino yung mga eskwelahan. Correct? So, hindi pa dumating yung start of training, kailangan mayroon tayong gagawin na activity para makuha natin at may alam sa ating mga mamamayan na magkakaroon tayo ng simultaneous activity. Lahat ng probinsya, kasama yung mga eskwelahan na bibigyan ng scholarship slots para open to the public. Pero kailangan din yung kanilang trainees requirements na sinasabi natin sa TESDA ay ma-achieve or ma-comply nila. So hindi naman po pwede kung sino-sino lang. Kailangan din i-align natin doon sa interest, i-align natin sa demand, i-align natin sa pangangailangan. So yun ang gagawin natin, magkakaroon tayo ng training fair. Hindi siya job fair, training fair muna. Okay, so sa pamamaraan na yun, magkakaroon tayo ng activity para open to the public, para magkaroon po sila ng registration doon sa mga kurso na i-offer natin for 2024. So again, kasama natin ang ating TVET providers, uupo rin sila doon para tayo ay matulungan doon sa pre-registration training fair activity ng DESA Region.
PIA? Okay. Can I have my last question? We are very happy to know that you'll be launching the podcast this year, no? That's a special project actually. We are very happy, but at the same time we are sad. We from the mainstream media, because my question is...
you can cover us,
yes,
by the way.
Yeah, okay. With the launching of the podcast, RD, is that ito po ba hindi po nakapost ng it will threaten the relationship, the good relationship that we established between the agency, the TESDA, and the media? Kasi
Actually,
you'll be doing your podcast in internet.
The podcast will be with time allocation 5 to 10 minutes because you cannot actually generate the attention for long. That's one. So we will actually use social media. This is actually to help the tri-media firms actually. At the same time, those information, those discussion and interviews by and between TESDA and the Tibet stakeholders, mas maigi nalalaman ng lahat. Hindi lang masyadong formal, informal, kaya nga sinabi natin podcast. At saka yun din ang trend eh. Di ba lahat na nag-open na ng kanilang podcast. But you can always cover the podcast for us. Kasi ang ginawa namin na strategy nandun kami sa Region 10 at even in Region 13 ako mismo is that kukunin nila yung mga information. Yun, i-cover natin dahil may podcast na naman na TESDA. Kasi kupost namin ito sa social media. So hindi mawawala yung trabaho ninyo. Bagaman pa nga, i-create natin dito yung ating circle, press, media people, makakaroon tayo ng Sampen Tibet press circle, parang gano'n, or club, para mabilis yung exchanges natin ng ating mga information, lalo na sa programs and services natin.
Certainly, we have that sense of satisfaction after knowing that you'll be launching that podcast at TESDA. But we would appreciate if we could have your idea na kanina na magkaroon tayo ng interaction.
Yes.
No, not only of the podcast, but podcast. But we would appreciate...
Yeah, we can invite you
Yes,
as one of our external media not to join us. We can always do that.
No, we would appreciate if we could have a regular program, like quarterly, and
yes.
quarterly, so that there will be a social interaction, an interaction between the media and you
Actually,
as our
we're
panelists.
planning to do this on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
5 to 10 minutes that we'll do. Like for example, Vidimiro will be the one to podcast. Then siya yung bahala dun sino yung i-interviewin niya. Garoon sila about sa Zamboanga del Sur. So yun yung mga isa na gagawin natin. So the more the people are informed, the better actually.
Yeah.
Kasi magiging transparent tayo at saka yung information dahil na sa ating mga kababayan. So matutulungan namin kayo.
Okay.
Not the other way around. Alright? So yun po yung nasa isip ko natin, sir.
So we grant a request na magkaroon tayo ng quarterly yung press con.
Yes.
Kasi iba yung kayo ng interaction sa media at sa kanilang
Yes, iba po
panelists.
yun. Iba po yung podcast. Yung sa gagawin po natin yung quarterly meeting with the press. So, meet with press every quarters po sa inyo.
So from
Kasama ko yung aking
direct from your mouth, hindi na po kami sad, no? But we are very happy now to know nagkaroon tayo. So we will coordinate with your staff
Yes,
on that proposed quarterly press conference.
Meet with press.
Okay. So invite us, because if you not invite us, we will invite ourselves.
Okay. Yes po.
Thank you.
Thank you so much po.
Unless you have additional information?
Siguro yung information for this year for the constituents of every province, baka may message yung ating yung kaninang message.
Yung additional
para
program?
mag-lunch na tayo. May message kayo sa inyong mga
This is the most opportune time for us to know of your program's director.
For the province of Zamboanga del Sur, next week, January 30, we will hold our first TBI. Parang ganito din. We will have to meet all the owners of the schools so that we can already inform them of the programs that we will be implementing for the year 2024. So that will be after we hope that all the scholarship programs would have been approved para hanay na sa tanan. No? So that's one of the things that we will be looking forward next week. Patikulangan po mi sa amo ang Swan Award. If you notice, medyo daghan ang na-award sa Del Sur at this time. We also would like to give this in return to our stakeholders. So last December, we held our performance evaluation. We awarded some of our stakeholders, but we missed out on the awarding for the TPIs. So we have categories is approved by our PTSDC. So we will also do that next week. Okay, and then we will be, as mentioned by RD, we are in the process of getting our barangay SITEC. So yung barangay community training and employment coordinators, so that we can fully implement yung TESDA sa barangay. Is one of the 10-point agenda ni Secretary.
Luxury program.
Yes, luxury of our Secretary Magdadato. So, and so far, our SITEC in Zamboanga, the province of Zamboanga del Sur, are very active. No? So, and especially because we have our provincial SITEC in the person of Administrator Jobe Suson. He's supposed to be here today, pero medyo busy siya. So, medyo active din ang participation and relationships ng mga stakeholders, the clientele, all the people that they are sharing with in Zamboanga del Sur. And of course, as I have said, we are looking forward to the assessment programs for the new programs that will be implemented, particularly in Bamboo. So we're hoping spread na siya sa province. Then we will be also participating in the cacao festival. So we will have the TVIs in the food processing sector will be involved. Naantay mga booth dito. So i-announce na po natin sa public na mga tugid sila sa cacao festival, which will start, I think, February 11 to 14. So February 12 ang toka TESDA. So gusto sila mutilaw o mga products sa cacao, ato sila kay natin mga TVIs. And we are still more in support, especially in the regional activities. Our assessors, we already have conducted our assessors calibration, the assessors and our trainers that we hope to be calibrating more so that they can give more. And of course, our participation in the bookkeeping program. So may development na ang bookkeeping, and it is a very nice, it's a very nice development because at the very start in Region 9, we really proposed for a shorter program to be given to our bookkeepers. So ngayon, may 5 days ngayon, 2-day orientation program para maka-assist na ta sa atong mga sangguniang kabataan. So there are 681 barangays sa Zamboanga del Sur. We will be assisting their appointed bookkeepers so that they, rather treasurer with bookkeeping program. So, okay. So, I'd like RD to give this information.
All right. I would like to seek your support in informing the public, especially the LGU, in relation to our SK treasurers to be trained by TESDA for basic bookkeeping. This is the instruction, direct instruction of Secretary, because this is a requirement prior to their onboarding of our SK treasurers. So magkakaroon po tayo. Again, help us disseminate this information. There will be 2-day basic bookkeeping training for SK treasurers, and to be conducted with close coordination with all our municipal and barangay officials, especially our counterpart, DILG, para ma-schedule na po natin at sino po itong ating SK treasurers. So again, magkakaroon po tayo ng 2-day basic bookkeeping training through TESDA online program. So online po yung gagawin para mapabilis at saka sila po ay report na yung ating mga treasurer. So please inform our public in relation to that. Thank you.
Shall we hear from PD Umar? Any additional information before we go to ARD and RD?
Hello.
bukas we will be having our administrators meeting wherein we will be discussing the strategies that will be adopted by the provincial office in response to the changing demand at landscape ng technical vocational education and training. Kasi pag titingnan mo ng maigi, walang bagong school, walang bagong qualifications offered. So, ang labas niya noon, parang stereotyping lang tayo. And the directives of our regional director is to be proactive in our approach. Kung hindi nila gagawin, kami na lang ang gagawa ng paraan para yung implementation ng scholarship programs ay ayon po sa alituntunin ng national TESDA. Mahirap kasi na walang pagbabago sa delivery. Kasi pag hindi namin babaguhin as part of our management strategy, ang labas niya, ang performance namin ay greatly affected pa rin. So, tulad ng sinabi ko kanina, may dalawa kaming gustong bigyan ng pansin, yung emerging at saka in demand. Ang emerging, hindi lang agri-related, pero pwede rin natin i-add yung ano ang strength ng Zamboanga del Norte, which is mango production. Then, marami rin coconut sa Zamboanga del Norte. Marami rin agri-related products. Pero kung titignan mo ang qualifications offered, wala po nagre-response doon. Gusto natin yun matugunan. So, sabi nga namin, you have to make up your TBI, otherwise, we will not listen to you. Kasi para sa amin, ang response ng technical vocational education and training ay response to the needs of the Filipino people, not to the needs of the technical vocational institutions. Dapat ganun ang mindset ng tulad namin, na we will provide answers to what affects the Filipino people. So, you expect po that the performance of Zamboanga del Norte for 2024 will be way higher than the performance for 2023.
Okay, closing statement from RD before we go to RD.
Okay, thank you so much. So, for the full first quarter, full na po yung calendar of activities. In Zamboanga City, by next week, we had also our administrators conference meeting para po sa mga updates on the policies and guidelines so that we can have one interpretation. The same way, meron din kayong gagawin namin na trainers and assessors moderation program. Para po yung mag-implement ay isa lang. Of course, we will need the assistance of the regional office, especially the regional expert po nila para isa lang po yung titingnan namin. Doon sa directive of the secretary on the test sa barangay, we are now coordinating with our barangays in Zamboanga and Isabela. There are 28 barangays in Zamboanga City and 45 in Isabela. Meron isa kami nakita doon, yung Barangay Mercedes, meron pa silang bagong training center provided by the DICT, and that would be a very good venue as a host for the training test sa barangay yung bookkeeping and skills related on ICT. So, napunta na kami and the barangay officials already committed their support through resolution. Pwede po sila, it might be the first barangay LGU to become a training center. So we are hoping for that, and also we will expand the participation of the enterprise and the industries of the city. Doon naman sa Zamboanga Sibugay, we will have our meeting, the same approach sa Zamboanga City, but we will focus more on the fishery sector, on agri, so that we can also respond to the demand. Merong isang in between kasi in Zamboanga City and Sibugay, nandun yung Dakon Company. Di ba nandun yung Sirawayan Lumber, Plywood Lumber Incorporated. That is in between Sibugay and Zamboanga City. At malaki yung nila ng palm oil plantation. And one of the requirements is around 200-300 farm workers on palm oil production. Yun din ang tutugan na namin, developing the program and tingnan namin how we can be of help. Kasi sabi ng human resource manager, sir, we need this kind of number of workers pero wala kaming anak. So, true, the training center, meron silang training center. Kaso lang, yung provision nila is more on, of course, organic agriculture, but not on the palm oil agriculture production. So, we will do that to, of course, the participation of the agro industry and collaboration between different institutions of the Sibugay and Zamboanga City kasi nasa gitna eh. Nasa gitna yung location ng Silway Plywood Lumber Incorporated. So, ito po ay in response as well as toward, tugon ng directive ng Secretary Suato na Imamodadato and of course, the challenge of binigay ng ating RD na upang yung programa natin ay yung kinakailangan ng industriya at saka responding to the needs of the community. Diba?
Thank you, RD Alan Batatan. So shall we hear a final statement from RD Darhata, Mapanggi Ma'am?
Yeah. Again, kung ano yung binanggit ko kanina, ganun din ang babanggitin ko. Pasasalamat po sa lahat ng tumulong at sumuporta. Time and again sa TESDA Region 9 sa Zamboanga Peninsula. At kakailanganin pa natin na madagdagan pa. At at the same time, kagaya ng sinabi ng aking mga provincial directors, kailangan mag-strategize na tayo at lahat ng ating allocations at saka pondo ay umayon doon sa skills priorities and demands ng ating mga micro, small, medium enterprises at saka yung ating LGU ay kailangan nandyan lang parati dahil at the end of the day, yung pong pinaka-importante ay mabigyan ng kabuhayan ang ating mga mamamayan sa pamagitan po ng kasanayan ibibigay ng TESDA. So, maraming salamat and of course, support us always dito po sa ating mga ginagawa para po sa Zamboanga.
Thank you, RD Mapanggi. In behalf also of the Zamboanga Resort Press Club Incorporated, we would like to thank you for inviting us to be actively involved